Stocksbridge Park Steels. Special welcome to our
Hello and welcome here to Bellevue Stadium for a Northern Premier League East match between Dunston UTS and Stocksbridge Park Shield. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft, and we are sponsored by Jason Rawson Carpenter to Inspire. So you might see on our image on our YouTube channel here a lovely picture of the UTS Stadium, and you were just thinking, we said Bellevue, not UTS Stadium. This game has been moved due to the various proposals that unfortunately happened at the UTS Stadium. Unfortunately, the weather did not help Dunston, and it's meaning that to try and make sure games do home before the deadline of April. We are here playing at again. We'll be back to in a couple of weeks. Was it Dunston Stadium? I don't know. Being famous across the world for a short time in July when a Spurs going to wreck the pitch for actually for anyone involved in non-league very pressing teams, because yes, it was time to go where you're involved in non-league, you know the money, you know the effort's going to go to make pitch somewhat. Anyway, there is going to be a game on here on the AstroTurf in the Bellevue Stadium in concert. That is an interesting note to bear in mind. But we will read teams out for you now, who in this effectively neutral venue game. So, Eastern's team just includes Dan Staples in goal. Then it's Michael Pearson, Chris McDonald, Phil Turnbull, Jude Swales, Jack Walker, Sado Jallo, Jonathan Crisp, Jack Maskell, David Robertson, and Dale Pearson. The bench is Jordan Lamb, Wayne Phillips, Jack Kamada, Craig Baxter, and Richard Coulson. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal. Then Jack Tinker, Jack Dolman, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Jordan Lemon, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Tommy Marshall, Thomas Poole, and Jack Watson returns in place of Charlie Reaney. The bench is Alex Phillipson, Alex O'Connor, Charlie Reaney, Luke Rawson, and Andy Ring. So we're just getting a few handshakes. We are a couple of minutes late kicking off here. But despite the fact it's a neutral venue game, and Dunston still have to travel a decent distance to this one, there is a decent crowd here, which is great tribute to both the Dunston fans coming down here today and also the Stocksbridge fans. Obviously, the few of us who've made the trip up to North East on a Tuesday night. The difficulties of the Northern Premier League are these big long journeys on Tuesday nights. Hi Vicky, the sound is bad and breaking up. We are trying to fix it. We're on have to change the sound system today, I'm afraid, because unfortunately our sound system we've been using, the mixing board, broke after a fan last Wednesday night decided to barge into it, and we will try not to go through. We will try and fix the sound as we go on and see if we can change some settings on it. It's very difficult though, unfortunately, today, and there we go, we changed it a bit there, and hopefully we'll be coming through a bit better now. Do let us know. So the game has now kicked off. So Dunston in the all-blue kit, kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the black, red and white kit, kicking from right to left. And immediately Marshall on the attack on the right. Big tackle goes in from Walker, and it is on the bench. Do try and tell us what issues we are getting with the sound as we're going out. Unfortunately, limited equipment. We're going to have to get some new equipment in. More money we're going to have to chuck away because of it breaking. As Tommy Marshall handballs there to control, and the free kick given correctly by our referee today. The referee today is Chris Ellis. So free kick here for Dan Staples to take, and he will send this ball long, headed away, and then headed it right back by Crisp, and being out from the midfield for Poole takes it down, lays it off for Turner. Turner goes on the wing, and Stocksbridge trying to attack here. Dolman on the left coming forward with a bit of space, trying to play it back. Bit better go, thank you very much. Well, hopefully this will be better. Stocksbridge on the attack here on the left-hand side. Cross going in, looking for the near post, but it loops out for a goal kick. Decent. It's actually going to be, it comes off a Dunston defender last, and it will be a Stocksbridge attack. If we score, we probably will go absolutely silent, as we used to get before we managed to change that with the new equipment. I do apologise. There's not much. I'm having to just go back to some default equipment here. They're all going to be like around 4.8. So for this reason, it broke last week. It managed to keep going for Saturday, but then it was not working this morning when we had a little check of it. Loop ball looking to get it in. Oglesby with a header very high up into the air. It's going to be a goal to another corner kick, actually, that. It came off the Dunston 5 Swales last. Oglesby came over the top of him. I think Swale, he also just clutching his head at the moment. I think Oglesby may have connected a bit with it as he was going over the top for it. And as any usually is a bit of a concern when there's any connection to the head of anything, but Swales has given the okay, and he's picking up Oglesby again. Pull once again on the corner for this second attempt. Bull going to do it low to the edge, but it's going to be knocked away at the edge. But Goodwin's got it back in the box. Back to Poole. Poole puts in and gets tripped, and it'll be a free kick. Stocksbridge starting off well in this game. We will, of course, try and keep you up to date with all the other scores in the North Premier League and local fixtures as we go ahead. So Poole here with a chance for the free kick. Good, really. This is one of the ones that you hate. You hate to defend, but you love to attack. It's about 8 yards away from the touchline. And Poole will just need a quality delivery to help Stockbridge find their opening goal. Poole looping it in, skipping over and headed away, goes to the edge of the area, touched in. Oglesby tries to volley it in, but it's blocked, and Dunston trying now to launch a counter-attack. Turning almost helped him a bit there, but Lemon sweeps up, Rose-heads it deep down the field, and out it goes for a throw into Dunston over on that right-hand side. Brings 0-0 here at the Bellevue Stadium after 4 minutes between Dunston and Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge having a more positive start in this game. Down line, headed backwards by Stocksbridge, but then Oglesby knocks it out. Another throw in on the halfway line over in the opposite stand to us. With the Dunston number 2, Pearson, as immediately goes back out to play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Goal in a local fixture. Coventry City are 1-0 up on Rotherham United through Ellis Sims. And Stockbridge trying to get the ball down to attack, but Watson can't get it under control. Out for another Dunston throw. Seems to be stuck on that far-hand side at the moment. There goes into the middle to Turnbull, who a long-time Dunston player, and gets it back after change between Pearson. But now Watson's tackled him, tries to get down the left-hand side. Well tackled by Turnbull. Eventually goes out off Goodwin, and it will be a Dunston throw. 5 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Stockbridge having a positive start in the so far. As Dunston just boot it down long down the field now, trying to get the attack going. Dunston coming with a bit of pace, switching play well, finds Dale looking to cut it on the inside, now goes on the outside down, trying to beat Tinker for pace down left, puts the cross in, across the 6-yard area, somehow missed. Now back to Jallo here, who gets it down to Turnbull at the edge of the area, being passed around the edge of the area, but goes down to the left wing here. Looking to get the cross in, and that'll be blocked, and it will be a throw-in. The way the concert ground set up means the bench blocked our view down left-hand side, but Brown goes in quickly. Dunston continuing trying to build their attack down left-hand side for coming deep, looking for opportunity. They've just had a big one, no one able to put in that ball that was whipped across the 6-yard area, and in the end, it's just they've just played outside, and Stocksbridge have got the throw-in now. Let's just see. Stu Walker saying good luck, Steels. Come on, let's have a win. Hopefully it will be. Obviously, since we've got plenty of listeners, considering it is the Tuesday night way, I do apologise about our sound quality. We've had to change setup today due to our previous setup, the one we've had only for a few months, breaking after it got damaged at another game. And Dunston have got a throw-in back. Marshall not happy with that decision, even though it's the correct one. St Ashton lost 4-1 here not too long ago. Isn't much of a surprise. Dunston have been really good this year, third in the table at the moment. A top quality side, one of the best sides in this division, and it's a really tough test for the Steels today. Turnbull on the ball will look to switch play. It's a bit of a heavy pass, but it will be Pearson who gets onto it. Gets it down to Jallo, a constant danger man. Left-footed ball looking for the far end post. Tinker heads it away. Not fully clear yet. Tinker gets back on it, and he's going to send it down the line, but it's been blocked off, and now it'll be back with contact on this left-hand side. Dunston, and Chris puts the ball in, and this time Dolman's in to clear it away. Back to Chris, who heads up in the air, and then big clearance away by Stocksbridge, but only to to the halfway line where Dunston will retain possession. Swales puts it in the middle, blocked by Turner though. Now back with Watson, who lays off. Poole looking for the runner. Poole, but get too far for him. Swales covers it back with Staples. Poole tried to close him down the short pass, but Dunston get it away. But then Dunston blocked up by Stocksbridge again. Laid out for Goodwin. Goodwin takes a shot, well blocked. And then Swales will clear A. Ross Goodwin on the coach up did tell me he's going to score today, and it opened up for him well there, but he wasn't able to get his finish past the defender. Jallow on the ball, switches it over to Pearson, who moves in on the inside, gets past Tinker with that. Now we'll try a shot, I think that might have been, or a pass. Either way, it's about 20 yards wide of the goal, and it's a goal kick. Makes 0-0 here after 8 minutes of play. Stockbridge's next opponents are Newton Aycliffe, and they are leading 1-0 against Stockton Town. That goal comes from Cole Kiernan. Back with Townsend for the goal kick now. Ball going long. Headed away though. Oh, and it could turn into a good attack here. Robinson will pass it back now to Pearson. Puts crossing blocked, and it will be a free kick in a dangerous position for the home side. Well, home in name. We are, of course, at Composites Ground today due to the league's decision to have it played here to make sure that the fixture list can be completed in time. Decision not warmly received by some of the Dunston fans. And Dunston do now have a dangerous free kick. So here we just see where, due to the way the ground is positioned, I can't see who's taking the Dunston free kick, but we do have a two-man wall for the Steels, and Townsend is organising it. So we're just taking some time. Referee Chris Ellis having a little chat to that two-man wall. Can Steels remain resilient here? Loop ball to the far post, well punched away by Townsend. It looks like Goodwin trying to change onto it. Jallow first touch on it, but it ends up going out of play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Steele's able to defend that one. Good, strong punch from the goalkeeper, Townsend, looking to get another clean sheet today. He has had 2 clean sheets in his last 3 games. And you'll feel like some of the ones that counted for Hebburn on Saturday should not have counted. And the pitch didn't really help with that first one as well. Dolman throws it downfield, but Dunston heading back up to the edge. Jallow fights for it, but he loses that forward. Dunston are able to knock it back forward, only back for Lemon, who will send it long. Poole was trying to peel off McDonald, but McDonald's read it well, heads it back into midfield. Goodwin charges down a pass and just got a bit clumsy midfield for both teams, and Poole holds it down and finds Turner with it. Turner looks for the run. Dorman finds it really well. Dorman charging forward, he's at full pace, tries to put the cross in, blocked by Pearson, and it's a throw-in for the Steels. So throw-in here. Do get involved in the YouTube chat. If you are listening here today, we will try and shout you out as the game goes on, as Dorman tries to put cross in his paw and cleared it away. Onto the edge, Poole, well, trying to head it in. Goodwin heads in. Poole on the end, he's offside even if he does connect. He didn't really get a clean connection anyway. Right decision, he was a couple of yards off, and to let off for Dunston though, because it looked like that could have done quite well. Back with Staples now. Long ball forward. Jallow tries to control, but Dolman knocks away from into the midfield. Bill he goes. Crisp lays it off for McDonald. Trying to get down this left-hand side. Then back it goes to Crisp, who looks to take play. And back it goes to Walker. Dunston, very happy to play it across in defence, but then almost got caught out because of it. With Michael Pearson on the right-hand side now, is back in midfield to Turnbull. Oh, and he is tackled by Stocksbridge, and Stocksbridge will look to launch a counter-attack. Turner trying to find the run of Marshall, but it's too far ahead of him, and it's back with Staples. Rolls it out two-handed, interestingly enough. But to Walker into Turnbull, who will give it back to Staples, and he will take the touch forward and comes out of his box. There's going to be no closing down as of yet of the keeper, and he will drill it forward, but only to Dorman, who puts back field. Goodwin can't control, and it gives it back to Crisp, who then loses out and gives it to Hogg. Lay out to Poole, to Marshall, on the right. Marshall will try and get back into defence, get to Lemon, who sends one long for Poole to chase, but it's going to be far and go back into Staples' house. Staples taking the time with it and will big throw out to his right back, who can't really control it very well, but then just drills it over to Jallo, who tries to get control of it, can't do so, and then Oglesby will clear it out, and it actually ends up staying in, and Watson's trying to turn this into an attack. If he's getting held by quite a bit here, Watson, and eventually the referee will give the free kick for that. I think he was trying to let a bit of it go, but in the end it was just too much. Michael Peterson there makes sure Watson had a good old bear hug. And now Seals have a chance to put a good quality ball into the box. Former Stocksbridge Park Steel striker Jamie Vardy has scored for Leicester City, put them 1-0 up against Sunderland. Here comes the right-footed ball in, looking to get it in. Cross everyone and should be converted. That Luke Hogg is hovering at the far post and just needed the slightest touch from him to score his first competitive Stocksbridge goal. It is going to be a corner kick, though. So it did come off a Dunston player last. Luke Hogg so close to just knocking that in at the far post. Paul with the third corner of the game for the Steels. Needs some better deliveries, I think. When he does put them on it, they can be fantastic. But that one's a bit too far out and just goes right out of the box and could end up with lunch inside. David Robinson has got it, past Nick back now to Pearson, and will be ball sent forward. Very aimless one, though. Townsend will collect that one in his own box. He's gonna take the short option here to Turner, who's dropped deep out to the right-hand side for the Steels, and back to Turner it goes, and he's going to send one long. Goodwin, who's sort of in centre-forward role here, will try and run onto it, but he's not going to be quick enough for that. Back with Staples it goes, and into the central defence of Dunston as they distribute play quickly. Tries to get into the midfield here, but then well robbed by Hogg. Lovely standing tackle from him as he gives it back to Oglesby. Turner drops to collect it from him, then back to Oglesby. He opens up his body, left-footed, is charged down, blocked, and he will go out for a goal kick, though. We'll see. Some of the Dunston players don't seem particularly happy. I'm hearing the loud shouts of Geordie swearing from some of the players who wanted to slow the game down a bit. They've not been able to create. Well, they have created one really good attack when they drilled that ball across the 6-yard area, but no one was able to get on the end of it. A proper ball into the zone of uncertainty, as some pundits call it. And what time do we call this? From one of our fans who eventually bothered to show up. Hello, Adam. Stocksbridge in attack, but then Stocksbridge goes down. We are pushing the back. There's didn't hear the whistle, but I do think that. I'm trying to think if that was a throw-in or a free kick. Didn't hear the whistle, and it will be a throw-in. Dolman over to take it. Not got many options. Watson peels out for it, but so he's going to try and throw it into the box, but no one can really control it. Back to Dolman, who comes down the left, puts the crossing, curls away, but then cleared away well by McDonald. Stocksbridge tries to put it back in the box to maintain pressure. McDonald heads it away again, going to bounce into the midfield, and doing well, Dunston, to batting this ball away, but they can't keep it away. They do now, though. Jallo, back it goes to Turnbull. Turnbull will take it over to the right-hand side and slowly takes forward before coming backwards a bit, and he will then give it back now to the centre-back, and then going to give it back to Staples, and will be booted away, and it gets caught midfield, and then collected by Hogg, returns it quickly to Turner, then back to Poole, gets a little trip, and it will be a free kick in about 30 yards from goal for Stocksbridge. Turner, I think it was Poole there who got the trip, who's in the centre-forward role today, with Luke Rawson on the bench, a decision that has intrigued the fans, I think, to say the least, but Poole, is that trying to fit? Is this in shooting position for Poole? I think it will be. I think he scored one from a similar distance against Pontefract, though it was further to the right wing. This is more centre-left. And now it's a bit, but I think he's going to go for the shot. He is going for the shot. It's in! It's a fantastic strike from Thomas Poole. A goal of season free kick. He finds the top corner of it at the near post. He hit the post on Saturday against Hebburn. And today, he's got the goal. The Steels lead 1-0 against playoff chasing Dunston. And it's Thomas Poole from the free kick. He earned the free kick. He gets the goal as well. Now the effort for Stockbridge is, can they actually keep hold of this lead? A fantastic strike from Thomas Poole. The Steels leading 1-0 here now. And taking advantage of the neutral venue. Dunston trying to get back on the attack immediately. They've disputed the left-hand side on the attack. Dunston, but then they haven't cleared it away. It's only 6 yard out. They haven't cleared it yet, but then Townsend is able to get his hands on it. Townsend taking his time with it. That goal coming on the 17th minute here today. Fantastic strike from Thomas Poole. Sort of free kick we know he can do, and it was very impressive to see him get one again. Keeper did get a hand to it, but not enough of one. Big header away from Dunston, and they're going to get on the attack here. Coming down the middle, tackled by Hogg, and Stocksbridge going to try and launch a counter. Tries to pass through, but well cut out by Swales, who will try and get it to the right-hand side. Can they keep it in? It does, but then Oglesby will clear out, gives it to Turner, who Turner will try and stay along, but it is blocked and out for a Stocksbridge throw. 18 minutes gone here. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels. Gary Ward saying, come on, lads, get a second now, lads, let's go. That has been the problem for Stocksbridge sometimes. They have taken the lead on a few occasions in games, but have ended up losing that lead. Away at Ashington was a recent example of that. And Sue Allcroft saying, get in there. No, don't lose your nerve. Next one, Ross. No pressure, but you said it. He certainly did. But they do say a lot of things, these players. Fantastic to see Stocksbridge currently ahead. Dolman with the throw-in. He's taken a lot of yards with that one. I'm surprised he didn't get penalised for that, but Stocksbridge still in the ball. They get back to Goodwin, who takes it forward. Jallow trying to get through in the tackle, but Goodwin almost getting his way through. Leaves it off for Poole. Poole going forward. Poole evades one tackle, goes down the edge of the box, but he's given it the other way. And a yellow card for Thomas Poole for diving. I'm not sure I completely agree with that. I think it's good when we do see diving punishing, so not totally against the idea of booking, but I'm not sure that one was a dive. If you heard it here, we're not going to shame the Dunston fan who said it should be a penalty the other way. I thought it was a free kick on the edge, but to be honest, but he's under the box. So Dunston fan saying it should have been a penalty to Stocksbridge. That's not being biased for once. I'm actually saying it should be a free kick to Stocksbridge because I thought it was just out there. He has put the ball on the edge, so Stocksbridge may be a bit unlucky in that they haven't got a penalty to potentially go 2 ahead. Ball forward from Staples. Jallow touch it backwards, but then Dolman tried to keep it in. He doesn't get a clean connection. It's out for a Dunston throw. Throw-in for which will be taken by Michael Pearson. Dunston trying to get back into this. They're losing 1-0 at the moment to the Steels. Free kick from Thomas Poole, giving the away side, well, though technically both teams are the away side today. Ball distributed in the middle to Turnbull. Over to the left. To McDonald. Trying to get the ball through. But then blocking it out for a throw-in to the home side. Throw-in goes into the middle. Turnbull knocks it on centrally. Trying to get in the box. Well blocked, but Stocksbridge trying to clear it, and a bit of an air kick from Marshall. Gives it back now to Dunston. Over to the left it goes with McDonald, and down the left it continues to go, and then back into the middle, but Crisp takes it further onto the left, and they're trying to get it back into the middle, Dunston, and it's a switch play looking for Jallow. Takes a good touch into the middle, and he's trying to play his plays through, but he's blocked, and it will be Stocksbridge get it away, and they're trying to find Marshall, though it's a bit off direction, that one, but I think Marshall is going to get onto it. It's good work from Tommy Marshall on the right wing here. He's got a few options in the middle, and he's deciding on his options, and maybe just delayed a bit too much, allowed Dunston to get back, and then eventually tried to go on the outside, but a bit of a heavy touch, and then going to go out. Jordan Lemon shouting at Tommy Marshall, I think, asking Marshall to be a bit quicker in his decision making. I think that's what let the Chesterfield low knee down on that occasion, was the fact he just wasn't. He had various things he could do, but he didn't do any of them. Dunston were able to get back in position, limited his options, and then took a bit of a heavy touch anyway. It's actually Curtis Turner who was booked for the dive, not Thomas Poole. Back with Swales, who will then give it now back to the goalkeeper Staples, and Send it out to his other centre-back, Walker. No, John Shaw, former Wednesday striker, used to play for Dunston now. He had switched to centre-back, though, in his Dunston days. As it's just a bit of a midfield battle at the moment, but it goes back to Dunston's defence. Good little turn from Turnbull. And then Jallo's going to go, he's going to get caught in possession. Turner gets out to Poole. Poole finds Watson here on the left wing. Watson's going to run onto this one on the left wing. He's got options in the middle. Watson just needs the final ball. Poor final ball. Turnbull cuts it out, but then it's tackled, and Goodwin will now look for it. Goes it in for Poole, but then knocked over by McDonald. It's going to be, well, it's a goal kick, actually. I thought McDonald was the one who got the connection onto that one, but it will be a goal kick. Back now for Staples to take this. 23 minutes gone. It is 1-0 to Stocksbridge at the moment. Coventry are 2-0 up on Rotherham United. Joel Latibedia, the man who has put the Sky Blues 2 ahead. Long ball forward now from Staples. Goodwin gets shoved away from the ball, goes further. Dunker can only hit it further up in the air before Dunston hit it forward. They keep it in, but then it will be, I believe, a throw in or free kick. Something. It's in a blind spot. Anyway, it's actually going to be a free kick here for Dunston on this left-hand side. A chance to then put a ball into the box. So taking some time for this set piece to be taken, and it will be eventually, I'm sure. Here goes ball being sent into the middle, headed towards goal, but ends up sideways, volleys very high up in the air and then over the bar, and will be out for, it took a deflection, will be out for a corner kick. Dunston with a bit of pressure now on the Steel's defence. Stockbridge will have to be stern defended. It could be a short option, they're offering it, but then eventually, because Marshall had picked that up, that's not going to happen. Corner yet to be taken. Here it comes, looking for the far post, headed towards goal. It's just wide from the home side. I think some good defending from Stocksbridge meant the pressure was on the Dunston attacker, and it limited the space he could get for that header, and he could only head it wide of Townsend's goal. Back now for the goal kick. So Townsend will now take this goal kick, sends it long, looking for Goodwin. Might just go out to play, and it will end up just going out of play, but Goodwin is staying down here, concerningly. That is not a good sign. Goodwin is not a player who will stay down for much, to be honest. He's just watching him closely. Now he is now sitting up, and hopefully we'll be able to continue this game. He's going to get up now, and looks like, all right, I think just maybe just landed awkwardly on his shoulder as he went for that ball. Oh, look, our latecomer has his chips and burger now. You're paying your fine afterwards. The best part about not having many fans at Stockbridge is that you know them all personally, which means you can all wind each one up personally, which is big. There's Lemon loads one off to Marshall forward. Marshall having to evade a bit of trouble. It's a Hog who's a loft one for an on-rushing Tinker. Tries to take it on the inside, but well covered by Pearson, who clears away. Goodwin can only head it backwards, misjudges that header, and it gives it to Dunston, to Robinson, who's been forced leftwards by Stockbridge, who got that back well. Back it goes now to McDonald, and McDonald is going to get some pressure from Marshall. Bit indecisive from him before send it to the right, and then the ball goes forward to Robinson. Cheap little ball to Jallow, and then trying to find the overlap of Pearson, and it doesn't work. It's a throw into Stocksbridge. Throwing down line, looking for Watson, bounce over his head, but will be controlled by Swales, who's looking to turn, and Watson won't allow him, and then Swales tried to turn, goes out for a throw in. Quick throw into Poole. Poole looking to get down the left-hand side, tries to find Watson, does do that, faces up with Pearson, trying to get beyond him, trying to get to the byline, touch it across, but he does earn the corner kick for Stocksbridge. 27 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steel so far. Gerard, who turned up late? It's Adam Teasdale, one of our fans, turned up late. So Allcroft going, don't pull that one, Ross. We're expecting a goal. Well, he's up for the corner. as he usually is, and he did score from a corner a few weeks ago against Winterton. He'll be looking to do the same now. A few options there. Luke Hogg's in the box as well, interestingly. Looking to the far post towards Goodwin, headed away by Turnbull, goes to the right wing. It's a race on to get it. Dunston will win that race and clear that one away, and out it goes close to our commentary position. Throwing to the Steels here. Dolman will go to take it. And we'll leave it now for Jack Tinker to take this throw. And he's being first further back, much to Tinker's amusement. Or bemusement, I think better word for that is. Tinker's going to find the run of Goodwin as he gets close to the corner flag, but then he will lose the ball and Dunston clear it away. Held up well by Robinson. Back it goes and long, looking for the run of the number 10 Maskell. Number 10 Robinson, I've mixed up the numbers right this way. That's not good of me. As Dunston get the ball into the box, and it is Maskell trying to cause a problem, but eventually Townsend claims. Maskell and Robinson, two of the big goal threats for the home side. Maskell with 13 goals this season, Robinson with 11, though Robinson tends to come up with the vitally important ones. As the long ball goes forward, but from Stocksbridge, but head away, only for Goodwin to return it to Watson, who's getting challenged on that left-hand side. He's forced backwards, and he's then going to try and get through, then to Poole, then back to Watson. It's lovely interlink play. Over to the left now. Looks to get the cross in, blocked by Michael Pearson. It's a throw into Stocksbridge. It's been a really good first half so far for the Steels. Dolman with this throw-in at the moment. Looking for his options, trying to throw it into Poole, who is looking to find some space, close it onto the box, but is lost to Pearson, and Pearson tries to go wide and does clear it away, and out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. Another local fixture, two local scores to update you. Barnsley are leading against Bolton through McAtee, and Coventry are now 3-0 up on Rotherham. Ellis Sims has scored again. Here it's Dolman with the throw. And the Stockbridge players try to break for the option, but Dolman doesn't take any of them. He's going to throw it back to Turner, who tries to return it to Dolman, who struggles with control, but he does manage to keep it in just about, and then loses it. But it will be Dunston's throw. I'm not sure why we were expecting it could be Stockbridge's, but it is now in the home side's possession. 29 minutes gone in this game so far. 1-0 to the Steels as Dunston look to get it out of their own defensive area at the moment, and charged down and blocked by Stocksbridge, and it actually came off a Dunston player last. So Stocksbridge will maintain this pressure. Can they use it, though, to double their lead and give themselves a bit of breathing room in this game? Because Dunston are always capable of a goal. Dolman back up for the throw. Well, we have to be better utilised than the last one. Down to Watson, who can't keep it in and goes out for a throw. Watson's first touch can let him down from time to time, but that one was a bit tricky to deal with, so you can't really blame him for that one. Back now with Staples. Some goals to tell you about in the Northern Premier League. Pontefract Collieries are 1-0 up against Ashington. Adam Hoare has scored from the spot. And Hebburn are 1-0 up on Brigas. Emma Pual, who scored against us on Saturday, has scored again. Hogg just on the ball. He's going to try and drill across, but it has been intercepted by Turnbull. Then back to Lemon, but I think there's going to be a free kick Dunston's way. There was a foul in the midfield. In fact, it was Turnbull, the man who was found, and he'll have a free kick just inside Stocksbridge's half, and I think Dunston going to try and turn this into an attacking set piece. He will do. Right foot is trying to get it to the far end of the box, headed away though by the Steels, but only back to Crisp, who can only head it to the side, and it's out for a throw-in for Stocksbridge. 31 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to the Steels. In the Champions League, Kylian Mbappe has made it 1-0 to PSG against Real Sociedad. Dolman throws it down and Stockbridge tried to touch it on with it. Pass back and Dunston retain possession with Turnbull now passing it forward, and now with Jallow on the right wing. Back it goes to Turnbull. Tries to switch play, looking for Dale Pearson. We'll pass it back now to McDonald, but Marshall with a good tackle in, and Stockbridge get it back now, trying to build it down the right-hand side for playing the ball forward to the middle. It goes out of play, and it is going to be actually Stockbridge's ball here, and it's actually going to be a free kick, and I think referee's having a bit of a chat with the man who's committed the foul. Whoever it is, it's blocked. Phil Turnbull, who's going to get a talking to from the referee.
I said.
Could be Dunstan's first yellow of the game. Also, Michael Pearson being summoned over. Chris McDonald and Dale Pearson are having their say on the referee close to a commentary position. Do apologise that if you are picking up some of those words. Linesman has warned them about their language. So it's a free kick for that Townsend is going to take. I don't think I'm going to see if it, because I was watching some of the language and conversations. I missed if there was a booking. Doing some top quality commentary work today. Ball's headed towards the edge of the area. Poole was sizing it up, but he's going to now lose possession. Tries to get it back off Chris, but ends up falling over in the meantime. Chris trying to launch the counter-attack. Townsend's well out of his goal. He's having to run back to get it, but he's being robbed of it, and Dunston equalises. It's a Townsend. Dunston have equalised, and Townsend has misjudged a ball coming out for it, and I believe it is Dale Pearson who's rushed onto it to get the equaliser. It's an error from the goalkeeper. After fending off the home side so well for all this game, it's just one long ball through. Townsend misjudges it, and now it's 1-1 here. Ball switched out to the left and goes to Goodwin. Goes to the middle, and Stocksbridge will have to work hard to try and retake the lead. The Poole was well offside, but that best went through, but it didn't make its way through, and that's why I'm going to guess the offside's not given. And Dunston trying to launch another attack, but Big Slime Challenge stops that, and it's back into the Dunston defence it goes. Natalie midfield, Turner wins it out, gives it to Hogg, who carries the ball, lays it off really well for Watson. Luke Hogg having a really good game. Watson facing up, looking on the outside, then cuts in the inside. Great play from Watson. Needs the shake the shot, goes down, not much pressure. It's not going to be a penalty for that one. If we're not going to get one for the trip on inside the box that was earlier, that was given as a dive, I don't think that one's going to get given. Should have taken the shot earlier. Skew ball forward from Townsend is going to be kept in by Tinker, and he's coming forward and gets a push. It will be a Stockbridge throw. Stockbridge free kick now. Leeds United are 1-0 up on Stoke City. Daniel James has scored. Ball forward from Townsend, looking to make up for his mistake. Look for Marshall, but head away from him. Goes to Poole, touch it onto Goodwin. Back to Poole. Poole breaks through, just needs a finish. And it's just, I think actually just wide, actually. Just got my view blocked. Actually, corner kick, I think it is actually given as a corner. As you can tell, the Dunston fans and bench have not taken that one particularly well. I thought it was initially, but everyone was so convinced it was wide that I got convinced by everyone else in the end. I like to think that he heard me and I've influenced it in some way. And it looks like the goalkeeper's getting everyone. Dunston fans, Dunston players, have got quite annoyed with this and have had some words. And the referee, Chris Ellis, has stopped play to have another talk. And I suspect we might see a yellow card for dissent, because very I can see the referee just getting annoyed with all the decisions being questioned, even if they are wrong. Pearson and Staples, the one getting, that's Michael Pearson and Dan Staples having a chat with the referee at the moment about it. I suspect after we've just previously had a chat about it, we might on final warnings time. And they will as at this point. So if you don't have much height from these set pieces like they used to do, that will be what Alex Phillipson might offer if he comes on today. Ball goes in, Oglesby will try and head it back into the 6-yard area. Goodwin tries to head it on, but it'll go well wide. Oglesby looked very frustrated with that one. I think he may have also got a bang to the head while going up for that. Some goals to tell you about is that Sheffield FC have taken lead against Grimsby Borough. Luke Mangum, a former Steel, has scored. So Staples taking his time with returning to it. We are currently on the 37th minute, 1-1 here. Thomas Poole had put Stocksbridge with a free kick, but Dale Pearson made the most of a goalkeeping error to put the home side level again. Ball forward, headed on and headed away by Lemon. Couldn't get a push in the back, and he'll get a free kick for that. So free kick for Stocksbridge on the halfway line.
I'm going to get excited, aren't
So Hogg's the one standing over this free kick on the halfway line at the moment, but Townsend is going to come up to take it. Kenny is going to be, he's like he'll be desperate to make up for that error. Just misjudged the ball coming forward, had to chase back for it, and Pearson had the pace on him. Townsend puts quite a good ball in, looking for the far post. Osley will head it back into the area, but well cleared away by Chris. Will end up going out for a throw-in. Maskell did try and get onto it. Dale Pearson, who gets his first goal since the loss against Liversidge. Stocksbridge tried to fight in midfield, and they do get it back. Hogg will look to switch it, looking over to Tommy Marshall. Tries to take the touchdown, can't haul it down, and it will come out for a Dunston throw-in. They were initially, I think there was an attempt to do it quickly, but Stocksbridge were very quick getting back into position. McDonald will throw it back to the goalkeeper, Staples. He's taking a touch here. Taking his time with it, the goalkeeper, for sending it long. Give a Robin to Maskell, who heads it on really well. Townsend comes out to his goal this time. He will claim it. What's good to see is that he's kept his confidence in doing that, because that does make him, that has saved Stockbridge more goals than it's conceded him over the year. But obviously, it was what's cost them today. Ball goes long, but headed away by the number 6. Turner gives it back to Hogg, who's had a very good game, I'd say, and he's going to give it to Townsend after being put under some pressure. Taking the touch, and we'll send it long. Walking for Poole here, who can't get to it, headed away, and then to Hogg will win it back with a header in midfield, but passes poor and gives it back to McDonald, who will give it back to Staples. Staples is going to be put under some pressure by Poole, but Staples gets it out of his feet quite quickly. Oglesby heads it back in midfield, goes to Turner, who swings around, and will now lay it to Watson on the left, and he tries to get past. His man does get past his man, moves centrally, looks for Poole, but the pass is off target, and well won by Walker, who gets through one man, gets it down to the right. Jallow controls it well, but back it goes into midfield. Dunston will look to switch play. They're looking for the goal scorer, Dale Pearson, but Tinker will head it back towards his own goal, and actually almost went out for a corner. Townsend had to be quick to go out and claim that one. 40 minutes gone in this game. It's 1-1 between Dunston and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Hebburn are now 2-0 up on Brighouse. Dean Briggs has scored. Ball going long. Thomas Poole looking to get onto it. Over the top of him, and Poole's going to be penalised for going in a bit clumsily. That's Marshall, gets penalised for going in a bit clumsily. Dunston fans screaming for a yellow card. I don't think it will be one for that. And it actually will be a yellow card for Tommy Marshall. As he went in a bit, it was a bit clumsy, but I thought on Jonathan Crisp, but I'm surprised that is being given as a booking. It's an interesting thing. I'm hearing the Stocksbridge fans being unhappy with the referee. I've heard the Dunston fans be unhappy with the referee. I'm not sure if that means he's having a really good game or a really bad game. But he's not the most popular man on this pitch. He's done a lot of big decisions which neither team have been particularly happy with. Ball forward from Staples. He's looking to keep it on the left. But Pearson will head it back into the middle, headed on by Turnbull, but well knocked away by Lemon. Watson tries to get it on, but well won by Pearson, who's trying to get it through. Goes to Robinson, forced backwards, spread out to Turnbull on the right. Puts in the middle, and he's going to try and find space and gives it back into defence. So Dunston defence is very happy with the ball at their feet, and even coming forward like they are now, as they try and get down this left-hand side into what we call our blind spot. Ball goes out, and it's going to be, judging from the unhappiness of the Dunston players, a Stocksbridge ball. Ashington have equalised against Pontefract. Wilson Neeshaw has levelled before the break for them. Bit of head tennis in that back line before Tink gets it to feet and he's put it back in midfield and someone's got the ball, but not sure who, and it's Dunston. Is they're going to come forward and eventually I think Dunston have just given away the ball and we'll be back with Stocksbridge now. 42 minutes gone, it's 1-1 at the moment. Both teams looking to score. It's been a good game of football, actually, this. As we wait for Townsend to send this away, he does send. Goodwin's going to look to get onto it. Goodwin does head it onto Watson. Watson lays it back off for Goodwin. It's a cross looking for the far post. It's over the head of Turner. Turner is trying to see if he can keep this one in. He does well. He gives it back to Dolman. He doesn't, actually. Referee is giving it the other way. Throw into Dunston over that far-hand side. So we have shown some passenger play. Yeah, I think they are better to pitch today, and there's been some really nice football at times. It's just against one of the best teams in the league who have made it the most of an error. As they give it back to Staples. Takes his time with it. Or just towing it off to Walker. Puts into midfield to Turnbull, then back to Walker it goes. Ross Goodwin pressing as if he's a centre forward at the moment. Back with Staples, who's fooled Poole on that press and then gives it out to McDonald, who's gone deep overhead from him. Lemon's going to try and cover it with Maskell trying to cause problem. Lemon just has to head that out for a throw-in. And they're going to looking to take it quickly. They do take it quickly. Back in play again now. All the way back it goes over to Walker. Turnbull dropping deep. And back again and over to the right to Michael Pearson, who's controlling it. Got some pressure on him, but gets it through to Jallow. Drop. He's having to be forced backwards, and will go all the way back to Swales, and now to Turnbull, who's dropped level with him, and now will carry it forward before laying it right to Pearson, and he's going to drill pass forward, but that's been blocked, and back with Stocksbridge it goes, but then Stocksbridge's passing's not great, and it's back in Dunston's defence. They lay off to the left to McDonald, and Dunston will now build from this left-hand side. Back into the middle it goes. One-to pressing into the box. Takes a shot. It's not far wide. It's Dale Pearson looking for his second of the game. He's into the box. He's clear. He's trying to curl it into that bottom right corner from the left-hand side, but he's ended up killing just wide that far post. Really, Dunston have a good shout to say they should be 2-1 ahead. 44 minutes gone. It still remains 1-1 now. Ashington are now ahead against Pontefract Collieries. Paul van Zandvliet, the most Dutch man from North Shields, has scored. As Poole tries to put pressure on defence, but they've cleared it out to him, and then he can't keep control of it. Poole needs to recover, actually, because he's just walking away, really. But as Dunston tried to build into midfield, but then it's going to be Stockbridge tackle and clear it away. Marshall looking to have control, and Marshall's been forced backwards. It's not gone out, despite the claims of the Dunston players. And put it in field. Poole lays it back off for Turner to open up for Turner. He's going to put it in front of Dahlman, who is going to race forward with it, but then he slows it down into the midfield now to Watson. Watson's got plenty of men around him. Back it goes to the left-hand side, trying to drill across, but it's blocked, and it will be a corner kick. Dunston players remain very unhappy with the linesman on this near side to us. Corner kick, though, as we approach the end of this half. We're in injury time now. I've not seen the board go up. But Stocksbridge have a chance to try and retake the lead from this set piece. Right footed from Poole, but over the top of everyone, and he's going to end up going out for a goal kick. And Poole's delivery is not being the best, but he is the man with the goal today from that free kick. So, just saying that the Dunston defence is still having an argument with the linesman here, I think. It's just interesting to observe and see how that one might transpire, because it's an easy way. It's the daftest way to get yourself in the bookies arguing with the referee. It's easy. It's easy to say on the sidelines to obviously not argue with the rest, because I think a lot on the sidelines would argue it, as the half-time whistle goes here. So it's Dunston 1, Stocksbridge Park Steels 1. The Steels took the lead on the 17th minute. Thomas Poole's free kick finding the top corner, but then Dale Pearson made the most of an error in the Stocksbridge back line and finished fairly simply into an open net. It's 1-1 between Dunston and Stocksbridge here at Bellevue Stadium. I've been your commentator, Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by Jason Rawson Carpet Fitter and Splash. We will see you in 15 minutes for the second half. Garman wouldn't have done that. Okay, more than a barn after that. Oh, we've been playing better, haven't we? No, we've got the champion. We do this all bloody time though, don't we? Sam, it's not a video.
Oh.
And then print it out or
It's so weird.
Hello and welcome back here to the Bellevue Stadium for this Northern Premier League East match between Dunston and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by Jason Ross and Carpet Fitter Supplier. The teams are all out, ready to get us underway for this second half, where it is 1-1 to 1-1 between Dunston and Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge took the lead through Thomas Poole's free kick before Dale Pearson finished after an error to make it 1-1. Dunston get the game underway in their all-blue kit, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in their all-red kit are kicking from right to left. Dunston immediately kicked the ball out for a Stocksbridge throw in their own half. It didn't go well, whatever kick-off plan they had. So 1-1 here. Stocksbridge trying to get back into. We'll read the teams out for you in a second as it goes out for another throw-in. Here the teams are. There's no changes at the half. So for Dunston, it's Dan Staples in goal, then Michael Pearson, Chris McDonald, Phil Turnbull. As obviously the goal goes into the box, but they are able to deal with it. Jude Swales, Jack Walker, Sado Giallo, Jonathan Chris, Jack Maskell, David Robinson, and Dale Pearson, the man who scored the goal. On the benches, Jordan Lamb, Wayne Phillips, Hips, Jack Kamada, Craig Baxter, and Richard Coulson. Stockbridge Steels have earned an early corner, so we'll try and see if we can read the team out quickly. For the Steels, is ready for the corner. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Jack Tinker, Jack Dahlman, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Jordan Lemon, Curtis Turner, who's booked, Ross Goodwin, Tommy Marshall, who's also booked, Thomas Poole, the goal scorer, and Jack Watson. The bench is Alex Phillipson. Alex Connor, here comes the corner going in. The far post. Right side, Oglesby, and it's cleared off the line. Marshall tries to head the ball back in. It's headed away by Dunston and booted on by Pearson. Maskell tries to control, but it only goes back to Turner. But I think a free kick is going to be given as Maskell went down. So the bench for Stockbridge is Alex Phillipson, Alex O'Connor, Charlie Reaney, Luke Rawson, and Andy Ring. Well, we're having a big opportunity just minutes into the second half. It's Charlie Oglesby who's had a header cleared off the line. Dunston get the game underway again. Chris looking to find the left wing, but intercepted by Tinker. Now with Goodwin, who's carrying the ball forward, going to look for Tinker again, and Tinker's going to lose possession, but give it back to Goodwin, put it into the middle to Poole, who has a little spin round, and he's going to try to find sort of Watson, lays it off to the left-hand side, putting the cross in. It's across to Goodwin, who has to knock it back to his back to goal, and then it's intercepted. To the left here, too. Dunston tried to get it away on this right-hand side, and going to eventually go out for a throw-in. So Dunston have the throw here on 48 minutes gone in this game. Ball goes in, and immediately Stocksbridge pressure goes in, and it goes out for another Dunston throw-in. Well, you know, some scores about in the Champions League. Bayern Munich 2-0 on Lazio. Goals from Harry Kane and Thomas Muller. Stockbridge putting some good pressure on Dunston, and he goes back into their central defence. They're just going to quickly get it out to McDonald on the left-hand side, who does well to get past the pressure of Marshall, and a good pass forward to Robinson, but his little flick on looking for Maskell actually goes behind. But I think Maskell's going to do a good attempt to keep. Robinson's going to do a good attempt to keeping it in. Can't do so. It goes out for a throw-in. So back with King for the throw in his right back role. He's been filling in there while Tom Charlesworth has been injured. Thrown over the top, looking for the winger, but McDonald gets in, and McDonald ends up knocking it off Goodwin and getting the throw in. Stockbridge did appeal for it, but they're not going to get it. And McDonald for the throw in. Dunston on the ball again. Waiting to see what they're going to do with it. And that is a drill of a long throw from Chris McDonald. Ends up going out for a Stocksbridge throw in the end, but it's got some speed and flatness to it. That could be a weapon later on in the game if Dunston are chasing the result. They'll be desperate for a win to keep the pressure up on Stockton and Belper above them. I'm sure they've penciled this one in as a win. And obviously, Stockton are losing at the moment. It is a good opportunity to try and hold them back in, because as the results stand, with Dunston drawing, Stockton losing, with 3 games in hand, Dunston have on Stockton, they are able to hold them back in, but goal difference would probably hurt them. A win today for Dunston means that they would be able to take them, goal difference not mattering. That's the difference of this game today. Into midfield here for Dunston and playing with the ball well and not losing possession as readily as they did in the first half. But Stocksbridge give the free kick away here on the halfway line. Does at least disrupt them. 50 minutes gone, 1-1 here. Goodwin gets a little time from the referee before he returns into a defensive shape. So we're feet for this free kick, right footed ball, looking for the far end of the box. Oglesby with a good header away, but Oglesby was getting pulled as he headed away. It will be a free kick to the Steels. So Townsend gets the ball now and will prepare to take this free kick. He was the man who made the error which cost Stocksbridge the equalising goal, but is looking to make up for it now. Townsend really takes time, he's ended up rolling back into his own box. Well, according to the referee, who Townsend doesn't seem particularly happy with. Referee has been very strict today and has attracted the ire of pretty much everyone. Long ball forward from Townsend, looking for Goodwin, who gets a bit of a push away from the ball, and Dunston will get the ball back, and they've had a much better start to the second half, despite Stockbridge having the big chance. There's a Stocksbridge throw just inside Consett, just outside their own half, actually, throwing down line, looking for Marshall, and defense line Gunner, who tries to flick it on, but should be well marshalled out before Turnbull just has to boot that one away under some pressure and goes out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. So back now for this throw-in. Big throw down, goes two pulls, slips, and Dunston are able to rob the ball, and they're going to see if they can launch a counter-attack there on the right wing, who does keep it in, but he can only knock it forward to Oglesby, who knocks it right back, trying to find a man on that left-hand side, and then he's going to get caught out, and Stocksbridge trying to win the ball in the midfield, but Dolman loses it, but well blocked by Hogg, having a great game so far. Turner trying to make his way through a few plays, he loses the ball, but he ends up earning a free kick, which is a bit of a lot, one in honesty. So a free kick for Stocksbridge, which is it Hogg? He's the man on it, Luke Hogg. And he's now going to leave it. And it's going to be Jordan Lemon, who threatened a quick one, made the Dunston players move quickly for a second, but instead we'll leave it now. Here comes Lemon's free kick. Tim looking for that far side Lemon. Oglesby just misses his header and he's going to go bounce out for a goal kick. Nice idea, just over Oglesby's head though. Back now with Staples for the goal kick. Taking it short, and Steels will try and trigger a press here as it goes back to Staples. He then knocks it long, and it looks like Dale Pearson's got the beating of the full-back there, Tinker, but then he's been forced backwards a bit. Tinker recovering well from the initial beating of Pearson, and into the middle it goes. Goodwin gets a good tackle in, goes to Poole, who will run at his defender now. He's going to go down the outside on that right-hand side, needs an option in the middle, hasn't got one at the moment, and in the end he's going to go down under pressure and get a free kick. Dunston don't seem particularly happy with the fact that free kick's being given Poole, but it was a clattering into Thomas Poole in the end, and it's a free kick in a dangerous position for Stocksbridge to look to try and take the lead over on that right-hand side, a good crossing position. One of those where you can put a ball into the centre and really cause a problem.
Why not? You shouldn't be. I'm in the basket.
So, plenty of attacking options like Goodwin and Oglesby. He just needs the quality ball from Thomas Poole, a man who set pieces can be brilliant at times, as we have seen already in this game. Poole standing over now. The referee's having a lot of words with this defence, and here we go. Here comes the ball and whipped in at the near post, and then it's Dunston able to clear away to the left-hand side. Stocksbridge trying to keep this one alive. Over on the left-hand side, ball going into the middle and cleared away. Okay. Not fully away. Stocksbridge trying to cause problems and keep this pressure on at the moment. In the middle, and then Marshall get it. Marshall's hauled down, nothing given, and that will be it for that attack. And now Maskell has got the ball, but he just miscontrols it. Stockbridge get a footing, but Maskell's gone back and collected it well. Good, and then comes in with a good tackle, and now all the way back it goes to Townsend, who will have to hit it first time under pressure. It's going to actually do, almost finds Watson, well cut out by Pearson, and he goes out for a throw-in, which so we're here for Dolman to take. Hebburn are now 3-0 and Brighouse. Aaron Thompson, the goal scorer, as Dolman slices the ball and gives it back to the Dunston midfield, and back it now goes for Turnbull. He's looking to find Pearson over on the left-hand side. It's a good ball on that left-hand side, and he's trying to get the beat in his man, but well blocked, and Hogg covers well, and Hogg picks up, and he's going to have the confidence just to carry that ball out before pass it forward. He loses the ball, though, Hogg. And then into the middle, there goes to Robinson, who gets immediately some pressure from Turner. Spread out now to Jallow. Jallow gets it out now to Pearson on the right. It's over here now for a throw-in. 56 minutes gone, remains 1-1 here. Looks like there's going to be a substitution here for Dunston. It's Sado Jallow coming off. Not particularly happy about it as he heads towards the bench. So it's Jordan Lamb is his replacement. Sado Jallow has scored plenty of goals against Stockton in the past, but didn't get to add to his tally today. Scored in the very first game between the two sides in that 4-2 win over at the UTS Stadium back in 2021. Scored again in 2022. As Turner sends it long, looking for Marshall's going to see if he can try and outpace McDonald, but McDonald took first. Marshall, though, wins the ball off him, and though it's overhit and it ends up being caught by Pearson, who gives it back. Ball going long now, looking for Maskell, and Lemon just has to rose-ed that one into the field over the fence. Is it a concert volunteer or a Dunston volunteer has to fetch it when it goes like that? Questions when we're at an essentially neutral venue today for this match. Dunston restart play, back into the defence it goes, and just gets caught in the field. Poole trying to make the most of it. Poole does win it. Poole now will try and see if he can get the attack going. Slips it over to the right-hand side. Goodwin going down the right here. Cuts up, looks for the trip, gets the trip. Free kick Stocksbridge. Goodwin even limps a bit as he goes through. So it's going to be a free kick for Stocksbridge over on the right side. Probably about 8-9 yards away from the corner, and I think that might be the booking now. Dunston yet to get a booking, despite a few talkings to from the referee, and Chris McDonald will get a yellow card, the first yellow card for the home side. Ashington are 3-1 up on Pontefract. Wilson Nishaw scores his second. So can Poole do a big delivery here to help Stocksbridge try and retake this lead? Here comes Poole, very low, sliced over his own goal by McDonald, and it's another corner kick. Wasn't a great free kick from Poole, but McDonald didn't get a clean hit onto it and ends up putting over his own goal. Corner kick now. And it's taking some time to get back to Scott over him, back over in the stand now. Poole has the ball now, so I say that. It bounces off the fence and goes into where the Stocksbridge fans are, and I think it's one of our fans going over to fetch it. I can barely identify who the players are, never mind the fans over there to see who it is. So another good opportunity from this corner. Right-footed, looks for the far post. Ogilvie gets a header across the 6-yard area and then cleared away by Dunston. Maskell does really well controlling it. It could have released Pearson on that occasion, but doesn't do so. And then Turner's going in with a good tackle, and it's out for a throw-in. Throw goes into the middle then. Back it goes into the midfield again, and spread out by Chris over to the left-hand side. Down it goes towards the left. Back in, Lamb getting his first touches on the ball. There, it looks like Lamb's gone over to the left wing while Pearson's on the right wing. As Townsend now collects the ball after a ball goes in, and Lemon, who had a push on him as he headed it backwards towards him. Means 1-1 here. The hour mark has just been passed. Sheffield FC are 2-0 up on Grimsby Borough. Benny Nudlovu has scored. Townsend sends the ball along looking for Poole, but only can be headed up into the air by Crisp, and then Stocksbridge trying to build down this left-hand side out. Eventually bounce out, but it will be Dunston's throw. Ends up being a poor throw. It's just given right back to Lemon now. Lemon's going to look for the run on the left-hand side, and Dunston will just about cut out, but it then goes to Watson on the left, and the offside flag is up on him. Initial pass met with Watson was offside, hence that call. That is despite the fact it has taken a touch off a Dunston player. Ball got forward from the keeper, Staples, but then eventually just back with Hogg. But it's a poor first touch from him, and Dunston back on it now. Over to the right-hand side, and Watson trying to cover defence, and Dunston are just running out of play themselves. Back with Stocksbridge, the ball goes. Now with Dolman for his throw, who hasn't really got an option on at the moment. Down the line, just head up into the air, and big headed battles at the moment, and both teams trying to keep it in. They do, and it's just a head tennis will continue between both teams, waiting for it to bounce onto the ground at least once, and eventually it does, and it's coming into this sort of no man's land on the left where I can't see, but Dunston the one coming away with it. Back into their own defence it goes, and under pressure, Turnbull does well to spread it out to the left-hand side. Carried down the left here. Cut inside by Chris McDonald. Good work from him. Played it into the middle. The 1-2 gives it back to McDonald. Then over to Crisp, who could have took the shot. He hasn't done so. Spreads it back out to left to Pearson, who's on the left wing again. Back it goes. Dunston probing. Right for the ball. Look for the far post. Looking for Lamb. Touch across the 6-yard area. Finishing for it. Dunston now have the lead. Lamb played it across, and it's finished in the middle. I think it might be Maskell who's got the strike. And Dunston now have the lead. It's 2-1 to Dunston. And the goal scorer as the is Jack Maskell. So Steele's now 2-1 behind, and after being ahead in the first half, that is going to be a blow for the travelling team. It looks like we might see some changes as well. Ben Townsend trying to rouse the team as well as going to have to build and figure out how they get back into this one. 2-1 behind now. Grimsby Borough have just got one back against Sheffield. Adam Drury scored, and Pontefract have got one back, and they're 3-2 down against Ashington. Adam Hoare scored again. Back now with Lemon, who's going to send this one long. Marshall does well to keep it in. Tackle goes in. Back now with Goldwyn spreads out to the right to Tink, who's been forced backwards to Hogg, who knocks one over the top looking for Marshall, chests it down, forced back to Goodwin, who's trying to find the overlap but blocked, and Dunston clear. Dunston will be very happy that they can defend now for the rest of the game, but they are going to look to try and extend that lead. Townsend's rushing out again. This time he rose-heads it. Great from Townsend. Now it's out for a throw into Dunston. Will we see some changes from the Stocksbridge bench now? Options like Charlie Reaney and Luke Rawson would be your likelihoods to come on. Ball immediately from that throwing goes out, and it's going to be Dunstan's throwing again. Thrown into the middle now to Chris. Chris turns and will spread it back over to the left to McDonald, trying to move inside, and he's doing well to do so before eventually, well, Dolman cleared it, but a free kick given in the process. Dunston pressing to try and extend their lead now. Stocksbridge having to defend. It does seem to be these moments, the 60th minute to 70th minute mark, where Stocksbridge do struggle. Looks like it's going to be Phil Turnbull on the ball. Yeah, looked on it right footed. It's one of those, it could be shooting or a crossing opportunity, or it definitely is a tough one to defend for Stocksbridge. Especially they have got some big lads in the middle. Going to be a loft ball, look for the far post, and in the end, it's actually quite a poor ball from him. And because my chairman has asked me to do this joke, at some point I'm going to sketch it in now. Like a child in reception who can't speak Spanish, it's poor for four. Thank you, Graham, for that one, for making me do that. I'd be fine if I didn't get that joke in today. So Oglesby sends the ball long, but it's been caught on the left-hand side. Stocksbridge trying to attack now down that side, moving in into the middle. Laid off for Turner, who touches it on first time to the right-hand side to Hogg, and Hogg getting the beating of his man there, and he's looking to try and get the ball in, puts a high ball across, but he's out for a goal kick. 66 minutes gone, 24 to go. 24 for Stocksbridge to find the equaliser after being ahead in the first half. Barnsley are 2-0 up on Bolton Wanderers. Pines has scored for them. Sheffield Wednesday are 1-0 up on Plymouth Argyle. Jedi Gassama has scored for the Owls, while Bolton have actually just got one back against Barnsley. Adebayo has scored for the Wanderers. I've seen Tommy Marshall's coming off. So the substitution for Stockbridge is happening. Luke Rawson is coming on. Tommy Marshall is off. I think Marshall's had a good game as well. I'm surprised to see him coming off. He's certainly been lively. He's certainly improving now. He's getting starts. Al goes in the middle and on and goes to Goodwin, who does control, gets it back to the right. Knocked forward. He gets taken out as he does so, and will be a free kick and a yellow card for the offending player. Didn't see which player it was. We'll catch it on football web pages in a second. I'm not on form either today, to be honest. There's a chance for Stockbridge. Well, he's very deep actually. It's not a great chance to get the ball into the box of Stockbridge, but they are going to try and use it. Jonathan Crisp was the man who got the booking. So, ball going forward. Headed behind by Works up in it by Dunston, and probably try to keep it on the left-hand side. Feels for both zones, and it's going to be Stockbridge's throw. Attack finds Watson on the right. Watson puts a man on his bottom, puts the ball in, but well claimed by Staples with Rawson hovering behind him. Good work by Watson, though. Put Chris McDonald on his backside before putting that cross in. Just didn't have the quality that cross to find Luke Rawson. Long ball forward from Staples. Tinker misses his header, but Lemon will have that covered, and I think his boot out. I thought it had took a touch off the Dunston attacker, but it is a throw into the home side. We need another ball. Quite a few of them have been flying over that fence over on that far side. Stocksbridge, I mean, if we only have one more game on hand on one of our relegation rivals in that, well, bottom 40 of Brighouse, like they're dropping that way. It's on Grantham Town. Would be level with Austin and Winston, so we wouldn't have used our game time particularly brilliantly. As Turner wins the ball here, slips it through to Rawson, who looks to him, but he's tackled, and now going through is Chris taking the shot. It's curling, it's not very far away. Manages to dispossess Rawson there, and Chris then goes for glory himself, but isn't able to just completely curl into the top corner. I think some Stockbridge fans would appeal that as a foul, but I could see by Rawson's reaction that it wasn't. Back with Townsend now for this goal kick. Ball forward from him. Looking to find Rawson, who tries to head it into the middle to Goodwin. Will collect it, knocks it over the top to that left-hand side. Stockbridge trying to press forward. Now it's over in that corner, and eventually will go out to play for a Stockbridge throw. So Back over on the left here. It's actually Dunston's throw, and Dunston are going to throw it away. Stockbridge trying to head it right back. Rawson trying to control on the edge of the area. Trying back on the left and trying to put the ball in. But it's been blocked and it's back over on that side before being cleared away. Lemon will allow it to cross his body before passing it back to Townsend. Townsend taking it forward here. And will now send it forward. Rawson takes a touch into midfield. Goodwin, who just misses his touch, and that allows Dusty to get the ball. And they're going to set. I said Pearson out. Townsend's charging out again. He's lost track of it again and has to just kick it out. Townsend and almost had the same problem that happened to him in the first half, and some of the jeering from the home fans around us. This time, though, he was able just to get back to it and clear it out. He's a lucky man on that occasion. Townsend was unlucky in the first half. So, Donald looking for his option, finds it on this left-hand side, and then with Maskell, but then the tackle goes in from Hogg, and it goes out for a throw. So another throw in for Dunston, who were happy to slow it down, but you can't blame them. They're looking to get this win. 71 minutes gone. Looking to find another man, and they're going to try and throw it in the box, looking for Robinson. Turns well away, back onto the back, though. The tackle's missed, and Stocksbridge trying to get it away still. Then they do eventually. Ball down the line. Watson trying to see if he can get onto it to start the run, but well in from Swales, who will carry it forward now. Looking for the pass, and then it's going to go back to Staples. Notice that we do have Jonathan Crisp and Jack Walker on the same team. I imagine they do go well together. Stockbridge tried to launch another attack, but that one's going long, and Poole trying to get on the end of it, but on the edge of his area, Staples is able to claim. Obviously, the last time these two sides faced, there was plenty of drama. It was over in Brecon Moor, much like this game. It had been rearranged many times before finally happening on a Tuesday night in March. Dunston came down to Brecon Moor. They took lead 2-0, two fantastic goals from Liam Fear. One was actually a bit of an error from Townsend again. And then Stocksbridge in the 91st and 93rd minute were able to get back and get an equaliser. Charlie Wood scoring both those goals. Stocksbridge trying to launch their attack here on that left-hand side. Looking to see if they can get the ball into the box, but they just never seem really able to, and they've lost the ball here. As Dunston now send it long, but collects it. Obviously, Stockbridge is 2-1 down at the moment. Hopefully, there'll be some more drama going in the Steel's favour as this game goes on. Turner heads the ball forward and goes to Matson, who passes it back to Tink, who's moving centrally with a bit of pace. Try to find Rawson, but being cut out, and now Stockbridge looking a bit bare at the back as Dunston go forward. Maskell looking to get the beat in a Roseby. It's going to go wide, very far wide if Maskell gets to it. Just about keeps it in close to the corner flag. Does the leading score of his 14th goal of the season earlier, and his pass is poor, and Dolman's going to take some time before looking to find Watson over on the right wing. And Watson's going to get hauled down by McDonald. Nothing given, and McDonald was already on a yellow. And we are going to get a substitute here. Looks like it's going to be for Dunston. Yes, coming on is Wayne Phillips. I don't really else who's coming off his heart in this position, in all honesty. So we will update that on our team sheet when we know who it is. He'll come on the tannoy shortly, I imagine. Scout Maskell, the goal scorer, coming off. And coming off, as we said, is Wayne Phillips. So, over with Tinker for this throw-in. Hasn't got really any options here. Steels are running out of time to try and find an equaliser. Tinker throwing it to Goodwin, then back to Tinker, who controls it, being forced backwards, but Lemon's there to help him out, and Lemon will send it long, and Goodwin knocks it on, but then back it goes to Poole, knocks it long, and then Rawson's trying to latch on to it. He's trying to be the first man there. Staples as well, but he's out of his box, has to just boot that one away, and it's a throw-in for Stocksbridge. Not moving as quick as you'd expect us, considering Staples had to leg it back into position. Now moving quick now, Watson, back it goes to Poole, who's going to try and send the ball in and trying to rescue it in the far post, but it's too far for them, and it's going to go out for a throw-in on the far-hand side. PSG are 2-0 in the Champions League against Sociedad, but Mbappe scored again. Shocker. It's been 2-0 up. Sheffield are now being equalised against. Adam Drury has scored for Grimsby. It's 2-2 over in Dronfield in North East Derbyshire. I'm going to take any joy I can get by making little prods towards the oldest club. And one I didn't notice, Newton Aycliffe are 2-0 up on Stockton. Has scored. That is good news for the Dunston fans here who are wanting to haul them up with their games in hand. Stockbridge going away, free kick in their own half and in the Dunston half, and Ryan's that attack. 77 minutes gone, 13 to go plus whatever added time we get. Don't think it'll be too much, especially considering how reduced they've been over the last few games. So back with Staples now. Who is waiting just for this to happen, and then Staples will now send it long. Oglesby will head it away. Gooden tries to get onto it, but it's back in Dunstan's midfield. Over on the right-hand side with Lamb, the man who set up that currently winning goal. Ball lofted into the middle. Stockbridge haven't judged it very well, but then it's eventually claimed by Townsend, and Pearson is sort of stopping Townsend from being able to get out very quickly. It was a weird one, and I thought a free kick might have been given for it. Lemon knocks it long here, looking for Poole on this right-hand side. He's done it really well here on the right, and Poole has got it. Looking for his ball in, and puts the ball in, but it's blocked, and then he's easily cleared by Turnbull. Back to Hogg. Get the header forwards, and he goes out for a throw-in. I do have another phrase I've got to get into this commentary at some point, which Pete Goldstraw, the coach, has challenged me to, and it's such a random thing, I've not been able to do it yet, that I feel like it's cheating by saying this and then putting it in, so I'm not going to. Stocksbridge still have a lot to do in this game if they want to get back into it. Losing 2-1 at the moment. Big long from McDonald away. Stocksbridge will head it right back, but he just goes into midfield. Appeals for a handball on Turnbull. Not given. Very high up into the air challenge. Goodwin heads it back to the right, and then back with Stocksbridge. And to the right, then it goes to Tinker, who's going to send it long, looking full, but McDonald heads away and then flicked on and away back to Tinker, who's going to drill it in the middle for Turner. Turner carrying it forward, looking to get it out to the left, looking to control it in. It's just in a blind spot area as it goes back now to Rawson, who's deep, and Charlie Reaney, who's come on actually at some point, and we didn't notice. But Dunston have now got a tackle in. Turnbull's going to carry it and get it away, but he only gets it back to the right-hand side, attracting a bit of anger. Ball going in. Rawson's having his shirt pulled as he goes in, but it is headed out. It's going to be a corner kick. When did Reaney come on? Because it's never been announced. I think he's come on for Jack Watson. So we know Reaney's come on. We don't know. Looks like he's come on for Jack Dolman, actually. Here comes the corner, looking for the far post, just over Rawson's head. Headed back in. It's in the back of the net! I'm trying to see who's got it now. It's 2-2 here. It's Charlie Oglesby leading the celebrations. And it's 2-2 here. Charlie Oglesby seems to have finished out of the far post. So it was in our blind spot, blocked by some because of our low position. But most importantly, the Steels are back level. And as Townsend said, they're going to go for the winner. This looks like something happened. Looks like one of the Dunston managers coaching staff is going to get talked to from the referee. Sorry, just listening to the referee. There's been some swearing and abuse from the bench, which is they've just been warned about. They've also been warned that if they can't identify who the anger is coming from the bench, it does go to the senior-most person, which means the manager. The joy of non-league football, you can listen to all that. As Dunston now will look to try and restore this lead, but it goes back to Ugsby, who knocks it long, but it's not to anyone. It will go back for Staples. Ball forward to the left now, and they try to flick it on, but some lovely little play. McDonald here will look for the cross, and while the build-up play was lovely, the cross wasn't, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. 81 minutes gone in this game. It is 2-2 now. Charlie Oglesby with the goal. That has levelled this here. Bayern Munich are 3-0 on Lazio. Harry Kane has scored. Again, the man who kept our homegrown Jamie Vardy out of the first team of England. And I think he's done okay with it, fairness. One ball forward from Townsend, and Rawson tries to head it on, but in the end he's going to go to Reaney and appeals for a free kick from Stocksbridge, but in the end it's going to just go out to play, and it will be a throw-in to Dunston. Going to be a substitute for Dunston coming on, and it's going to be Jack Kamada, who played in the English Universities game this week. He's coming on, and he's going to come on for Jonathan Crisp. Kamada, always a lively player. One I've always enjoyed watching, one of Dunstan's younger ones, and you can see exactly why Dunston decided he's the man to try and get Dunston back in the lead here. Pearson pulls down the front really well. Down to Lamb on the left-hand side. He's coming down left. We have plenty of paces. Lamb, good tackle goes in from Watson, and then eventually just knocked out of play by Goodwin throwing. It's good defensive work from Watson, probably the only man who could catch him when Lamb had got up to that speed. He could definitely catch some lambs on the moors around Stocksbridge with that sort of speed. And it's some good play. Nice little trickery from Dunston. It's a good ball in the left, but Townsend claims it confidently. 83 minutes gone in this game. Remains 2-2 at the moment. Pontefract have equalised against Ashington. Louis Charlton has scored for them. Sheffield have restored their lead against Middlesbrough. Bradley Beatson, the man there. While Stockton have got one back against Newton Aycliffe. Michael Roberts scored from the spot. They're still losing 2-1 though. So it's caught in that left-hand side now. Stocksbridge look to try and push it forward, but Dunston have got it away, and it's back in their own defence now. Not long, looking for Phillips on this left-hand side, and but it's actually Lamb. Is Lamb going to bear down? He's got that speed. We've seen good standing tackle blocked in from Turner. Couldn't try to do it again, but then the ball's now switched over to Kamada. Kamada can't get the touch. Tinker's then going to just try and march that one out for a goal kick. He does. Good defensive work from him. Kamada was in a great position. His touch, though, let him down on this occasion. Back it's going to go to Townsend. Both teams looking for the win now. He must be ranking up as one of Stockbridge's top scorers at this point. I believe this will be his seventh goal of the season as Townsend's kick led him down there. And it sends it right out for a Dunston throw. Follow the middle, Dunston then loses to Rawson, then Reaney sends it long. Rawson's gone down under a clip, but hoping the referee saw it. He was concentrating on the ball, which was far away from him. Rawson back on his feet as Hogg is on the ball. Hogg looks to find the ball on the right wing, but no one's really there for it. It's going to just bounce out for a throw. Quite close to actually kept it in Dunston fairly well, and back it goes to Staples. Watson will look to keep him honest, and Staples will have to get this one out of his seat fairly quickly. A decent ball though. It gets to the substitute Kamada, and Fox is looking to pen them in that area now as Dunston send one long, and Robinson looks to cover. The ball goes over to Robinson. His tackle bails in, obviously he's going to get it down the corner and then send it down the line. Will be a throw in to the home side. There you go, formation. We're still doing the 4-3-3 at the moment. Rawson actually on the left wing still, though with Poole at centre forward. It's working well, though, Rawson at left wing, I have to say. Ball into the middle. Good turn from Robinson. Gets it to the edge of the area. Here comes a shot from Phillips. Not far off. It's a corner. It appeals for Stocksbridge because Hogg, as he was going to go over and block Phillips, was pushed over. And I think there would have been some anger from the Stocksbridge side had that one made its way into the bottom corner and restored Dunston's lead. Corner kick, though. Wayne Phillips almost restoring the lead for Dunston. Lots of big men up for Dunston as they look to try and restore the lead from this corner kick. Going to take the shot to the edge of the area, takes the shot trimmed over, headed away by Oglesby. What a game he's having today. Over to the edge here, to Turnbull. Turnbull on the right-hand side. Back it goes, and Pearson sends it in. High up misjudging, it's going to tumble in the box before Townsend has that covered, and he picks it up. Appeals for a back pass there, but I don't think that was any way deliberate, so referee's not going to get that one out. 86 minutes gone, remains 2-2 here. Bradford City have an equalised against Doncaster. It's 1-1 there. There has actually been a game at Valley Parade. That one's been awful for getting games called off recently. It went viral of how flooded it looked as Stockbridge are throwing quite high up in Dunston's half. Can Stocksbridge be the ones to try and nick this game? Going up forward with the ball now is Tinker. Ball out to the side and then tackle, and it's actually a bit of a 3-4-3 at the moment, I'd say. Actually, Gary, now I'm looking at it a bit closer as Stocksbridge intercept and try and attack, come forward with it again. Go forward, good Turner. And that's past a Poole, just a bit too heavy for him, goes out. You can see Stocksbridge have the right ideas. It's just, pass is just slightly over here, a bit too much, and they're not able to connect in the final one. It looks like Stocksbridge will be making their final substitute. I think Thomas Poole is heading off. And the man heading on is Alex Phillipson. I think it shows you that Stocksbridge would be quite happy with the point. As Alex Phillipson, the former Brighouse man, signed last week, is going to come on and make his debut. What he does offer is a bit of extra height. So I imagine we're going to return to the 4-3-3 after being in the 3-4-3 since going down and bringing Reaney on. Stockbridge tried to launch an attack. Rawson's going to chase this one as it goes down. Rawson might have the beating of him. There's a little push off and Rawson gets it back. Here comes a chance. No. Then the foul is given for that. Stockbridge fans are really not happy about that. I think they're thinking Rawson's physicality was just right. One of those where I have seen them given both ways and it's on the line, I'd say. So I'm not going to rant at this referee for once. Newton Aycliffe have restored their 2-goal advantage. Joshua Bagg's own goal has made them 3-1 ahead against Stockton. Hebburn are 5-0 up on Brighouse now. Leo Robinson has scored. Long ball forward here, trimmed across, and then Oglesby will clear it away. Rawson heads it on. Watson will rush onto it. Misjudges the bounce of the ball, but still gets to it. Faced up with his defender. Going to go on the outside. Looking to put a ball in. Does blocked. Corner kick steals. 89 minutes gone and Stocksbridge have a corner. Curtis Turner will be the man to take now that Poole is off the pitch. And to be honest, this season, I've kind of preferred Turner's deliveries. As I say that, it's going to actually be Charlie Reaney heading over the ball, which just commentator cursed me. I sometimes think they do it deliberately, it's just to make me look like an idiot and then show me the clips afterwards. So here comes the ball. Right-footed cross. Good-looking one. Header on and not far off. It's actually going to go spin quite far wide. Now Stockbridge are going to look to keep it in on this left-hand side and see if they can redistribute it. Dunston have tackled and Dunston will look to counter. Dunston look to switch player to left and I think that's just been overhit and will go out for the throw-in. So wait to see how much time it is, and we are going to see it's 5 minutes worth of added time for either side to find the winner. As Lemon boots one forward as he's now over at right back, Tinker at left, and Phillipson and Oglesby over in the centre. 4-3-3, the traditionally in Richard shape. So waiting for this throw to go. As Dunston urged their players to move and follows forward and Hogg intercepts, but he only goes out for another throw in. Sounds like there's a smell like a dessert round here somewhere. Sorry, my nose picking up food. Ball goes into the middle to Phillips. He's got some immediate pressure and Phillips will get it away, gets it to Reaney. Reaney's going to knock one over the top looking for Rawson. It's going to take a touch off of Dunston. Manfield going out. Looks like the number 5 Swales was struggling a bit as he was going back. Hope we get it on that left-hand side there for a throw-in. Looking for the throw-in. It goes in now. Stocksbridge trying to control, keep it in, but Dunston are going to clear it away. Hogg will head it right back into that left-hand area, but Dunston will claim, and before Oglesby will return it back, and Rawson trying to hold on the play, trying to get it down to that left to see if the ball can be put in. Stocksbridge into my blind spot at the moment as we look at attack. It goes out to the 12, it's blocked, and it will be a free kick on the edge of the area for Stocksbridge. Handball call was heeded by the referee. I didn't see the handball, so I thought, oh, is it in the penalty box? No Thomas Poole to take this free kick, so we're not going to see a repeat of that goal that gave Stocksbridge a lead in the first place. I'm actually interested to see who he's going to take. I think it might be Charlie Reaney, actually. I think he took a few for Sheffield, and he is the man over it. There's going to be a yellow card for that handball as well. Dunstan's third of the game. At a few yards away from the edge of the area, this free kick. Three-man wall is, and the keeper Dan Staples is what's going to try and stop Reaney, who will want to do some last-minute drama. He thought he had done it against Grantham, gave us the lead then before Grantham equalised just a minute later. He wants to now do it properly here against Dunston. He's not going to do it against Dunston. It's a very poor free kick that almost past the net. That's meant to stop it going over to the fields on that far side. He just got completely under the ball, and that one was never going to tie. We're 2.5 minutes into 5 minutes of added time. Ball going long, and Dunston tried to keep it in. They don't do so. It will be a Stocksbridge throw. And Stocksbridge tried to take it quickly, but they're not going to be allowed to. This would be claiming a point against Dunston would be very impressive. Seals think they'd be very happy with this at the start today, but it's just a case. Can they nick it? Going to fix it on, trying to get into middle to Watson, who's got some pressure under him. Going to bounce midfield, and it's Tinker coming in to get it, but he passes it into midfield, and Tinker's going to stay up. He's looking for his first goal. 891 days since he signed, and no goals yet. Ball goes into the middle. Watson tries to play it in, blocked, out for a corner. Stocksbridge are the ones most likely to try and get the goal at the moment. It's a nervous minute and a half left for both teams. Stocksbridge wary of the counter-attack as well. You can see by the way they've set up. They've not sent Alex Phillips on, despite the fact he scored 3 goals for Brighouse this season from these sort of set pieces. Corner going in. Headed away by Dunston to the left. Who will be the first onto it? Looks like it will actually be Reaney, but going to go out, and it's going to be a Stocksbridge throw. Phillipson doing a good job there. Make sure that stayed with Stocksbridge possession. From going down this left-hand side, is in our blind spot here, and just makes it a bit tricky for us. I think Stocksbridge has still got the ball. They are now trying to tap, but I think Dunston's got it. No, it's actually Stocksbridge who's got it. It's Watson trying to get some space. He's carved some space, and he's looking for the shot, gets a little trip, takes a curling shot, but it's not going to touch the keeper. Actually, the keeper spilled it. It almost went into the bottom corner. Yeah. Corner kick for the Steels with 30 seconds left on the clock. Is this the big dramatic moment that turns Stockbridge's season around? Right foot of ball in. Oglesby stops! Oh, Charlie Oglesby, who's already scored 1 today. He got a diving header onto the ball. Almost the last-minute drama that we've seen Stocksbridge do against Dunston before. But it goes just over, and it remains 2-2. Ball goes over. Pearson loses it out to Turner, and there's going to be a bit of pushing, and it will finish 2-2 here. It's one of those, again, that Stocksbridge will be very happy with the point, because you're facing a team chasing for promotion, and the Steelers have managed to get the point. Not many teams higher in the table will. It's been a great game of Dunston did retake the lead. That was through their leading scorer, Jack Maskell. Good play with the substitute, John Lamont, setting it up. But Charlie Oglesby converted from a corner kick, equalised, and means the Steels will return to South Yorkshire with a point. I'd like to thank you all for listening today. There's been a good amount of listeners to our commentary here up in Consett, even though we're playing against Dunston. I've been Adam Allcroft. We are sponsored by Jason Rawson, Carpet Fitter Inspire. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday as we make another trip to the northeast to Newton Aycliffe, just a few miles down the road from here. Thank you very much and good night.